Well, Coach, just kind of start off just with an opening statement of how your team was able to pull that one out.
Oh, heck of a gutsy effort by the guys. We didn't play very well in the second half defensively, but the first half we played awfully well. Followed the keys to the game, keeping them off the offensive glass. Didn't give them any second chance points in the first half. Second half, we didn't guard the ball screen. We let them get to the rim, fouled way too much. But we made enough plays on the offensive end. I thought they had trouble guarding us in a lot of aspects. Our guys posted. Mondre was really good around the basket, as was Bronson. And then JB looked like the best player on the floor.
You mentioned how JB looked like the best player on the floor. We talked about him yesterday, really his leadership qualities. You even saw at times today when you were maybe about to get on a Mondre, he'd tell you, hey, I got it. I know what you're looking for. But what did today really just speak even more volumes about the guy you have really running this?
He played winning basketball. He led his team. He communicated very well. He's getting better with that all the time. I trust him completely. Now, he may take a quick three in a possession here or there, but you let that go because he's going to make more than he misses. And just the last possession there where they're denying him all over the place, being physical. He goes and gets it, brings it up. They trap him. He gives it up, gets it right back, holds it to get fouled. I mean, that's winning, smart basketball, and he was terrific tonight and controlled the game.
How much, because of how well your guards played, opened the door for your post guys to really have the type of performance that they do?
Well, they should get one-on-one in there because of the way we are on the perimeter. And Mondre's got good touch. He just has a post in there deep. He had some terrific moves in there with using his pivot very well. Same with Bronson. So I thought they were really good. We always want to play inside out. I know we have very good perimeter players, but we want to throw the ball in there. We want to drive it in there. And we want to cut through there. So I thought we did a good job of that. I think we're 44-32 as a score in the points in the paint.
You mentioned the points in the paint, but also second chance points. You held them to a goose egg in that first half. It changed in the second half. I know you touched up on it a little bit in your opening statement. Was there anything specifically that you could pinpoint from the sideline that the reason you showed the difference from the first half where you thought you played really well to the second?
I thought we stood around a little bit, in the second half. We were ahead and we were comfortable, but we didn't fight the dribble as hard as we were in the first half, so they got their feet to the basket. They shot layups, and then we fouled them. They shot 24 free throws in the second half, and then they got 11 second chance points in the second half after not getting any. So we did enough to win it. It wasn't picture perfect, especially on the defensive end, but when you fight that hard and you play that hard, good things are going to happen.
You told your team, hey, this is just like the Valley Tournament. We're getting you prepared for this to go on later in the year. Knowing that you ultimately got the win, so you can't be too disappointed, but how did you feel your team handled in terms of the preparation, the short turnaround for another opponent?
That's good. In early games and the travel and your earlier times over here where you're playing, their preparation's been really good. Obviously, the way we started both games has been pretty darn good. And we talked about it. We talked about it yesterday in the locker room. Okay, you just won your quarterfinal game in the Valley Tournament. Now you're one win away for playing for a championship. So now we've gutted out that semifinal. Now you're in the Missouri Valley Championship game with a chance to play in the NCAA tournament. So this is great practice for that, and the guys have handled it pretty well.
Now you don't know who you're going to get in the title game yet. It'll be TCU or Bucknell. Of course, you saw TCU just a week ago. But more or less, how do you treat tomorrow, knowing it's an off day, Christmas Eve, and then in terms of when you kind of maybe give you guys off and maybe get back to a little bit of basketball for the game?
Yeah, well, I told them they earned a little beach time today. Probably give them an hour out there and feed them, get them off their feet, give the coaches, give us time to prepare after watching the game this afternoon for the team you're going to play in the championship, because you're going to play we know how good TCU is, and Bucknell's a good basketball team as well, but you need to enjoy these things too. None of the guys have been out of the continental United States. Let them have some time together. Let the coaches be with their families that traveled over here with them. Have a good dinner, eat some seafood, and get ready to play in the championship.
Our last question to you, Coach, is just the way your team has really played the past two games. When you think of, I'm trying to think off the top of my head, I don't know if we've trailed in the two games. Maybe Colorado early.
I think Fritzy said about over 39 minutes we've led for. That's doing pretty good. And Coach Waltman always said, the whole object is to score more points than the other team. So we had to score a bunch today to have a chance to win it, but guys have been doing a real nice job.